This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so Tekashi performs at Miami Bash. Nobody knew he was going to be there, and nobody cared he showed up. The lights went off. He came out. He performed. Looked like a sold-out show, but it really wasn't a Tekashi show. It was like for a bunch of other artists. But like people really didn't really care that he was there. You know, like they kind of booed him afterwards. It was a wash. Then we got Kanye, and he gets raked over the coals by Big Sean. Now, I'll give you the quick takes on the Big Sean. So he goes on. He's very peaceful about it. He salutes Kanye for signing him. He says, you know, he changed my life. You know, he changed my life. He gives him credit for everything. But then he says, I was good music's biggest artist. Kanye said I was the biggest mistake, but how? I was the biggest artist on good music. I thought John Legend was, but I think John Legend and Big Sean, I don't know if John Legend was on Good or just affiliated with Good, but Big Sean was on Good Music. And anyways, Big Sean's a good sign. I mean, think about it. A decade later, he's still dropping, still relevant, still selling, you know? So, like we've already talked about this. That was a personal thing with Kanye where, you know, Big Sean was critical of, you know, Kanye's stance on certain things publicly. He was critical of that. He said Kanye stopped giving him verses on Blessings, didn't come in time for the album, and it took it as Big Sean siding with Drake. So Kanye stopped giving Big Sean verses on his albums because his verse on Blessings was late. That's what it was. That's what I wrote down. It was late, so he said, yo, I think that you're siding with Drake on our little feud here, and it's over. That's crazy. Then he said Kanye owes like $6 million to him, and he's bragging about having billions. And then he has he talks about how his record deal was horrible, and realistically, he owes him more than $6 million. Kanye constantly used freestyles for their collaborations, and Sean was often shocked he used those. Interview. There's no way you're owing me $6 million. You know, I think that Big Sean just set the record straight and said, like, you know, I was never going to say anything, but because Kanye just came for me out of nowhere, I just want to set the record straight that I'm loyal. I wouldn't have said all this stuff, and I still am very thankful for him signing me. But if you want to really, like, get down to the gritty of it, you know, you cheated me out of a lot of things, you know, and even though you blessed my life, you cheated me out of a lot, and now for you to call me a bad sign is just a slap in the face. And he just, you know, you don't want to leave the people thinking that, like, oh, Big Sean's just a waste of money and all this, you know. He wanted to set the record straight that, nah, like, I'm cool, I'm good with him in my mind. He has a problem, you know, and I did everything the right way. And these are the things he did to me that I looked the other way, you know. So I think he came out very well in the interview, and you know what I saw of it. Meek Mill shares advice. First of all, I wouldn't take advice from Meek Mill, who was just complaining about his label, and he's been signed for 11 years. And he says he hasn't gotten $1 from the label. I mean, you should have realized that by the second album, you know? But Rowdy Rebel is upset because he said he didn't get any money from all the music he put out in 2014. Well, these guys are spending some kind of money. I mean, they're getting chains and all this other stuff as soon as they got out. Bobby Shmurda had money. It's like, I don't remember more than one song from Rowdy Rebel. He had computers. Then he went to jail. And he went to jail for a long time, you know? So it's like, and these guys, I'm going to be honest, Rowdy Rebel and Bobby Shmurda haven't dropped anything. The first song they really dropped that's decent is with Quavo, and it dropped a day ago, and they've been out for a while. Yeah, I was wondering that. Like, I mean, we talked about many videos on this. We said, when is Bobby Shmurda going to stop dancing and buying jewelry and dropping music? We've been saying that here, at least one video a month for the past 8 months. When is he going to drop real music? He dropped some freestyle a month ago, and now your careers. I never understand why. Like Gucci Mane, when he got out of jail, he had an album out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Gucci Mane got right to it. You gotta work. You gotta put the work in to get money, and then you're the way record labels work. You're always gonna have money owed, and then you gotta always have new product to get that money. It's just it's a stupid game that's played, and I wouldn't take Meek Mill saying drop mixtapes. Yeah, drop mixtapes to get hot, but it's like this isn't 2013. This isn't 2006. Drop a mixtape. You gotta drop singles. I don't know, man. Or just drop videos. I don't know. Flood it with something. I don't know about mixtapes. Because the label's just going to take it down. It would have to be released through the label to like really count. But and not everyone's going to be as good as Ross was letting them drop like DC4, DC. Like they were working that out with Atlantic and MMG. But anyways, I hope Rowdy Rebel and Bobby Shmurda like turn it up a little bit, because it's like you had the spotlight on you. I don't know why you didn't take full advantage of that when you came home. But anyways, guys, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I'll check you guys in the next one. I appreciate you guys so much. Peace.